Okay, good morning everybody. Let's get this started. Number 2 of my First Impressions Masters of the Universe Classics video overviews, reviews, first impressions. So, for those who aren't familiar with this, if you haven't watched my Hantara Masters of the Universe Classics video, I'll give you a quick rundown of what's going on here. So, this is going to be a unique type of a review. This is going to be me opening the figure out of its brown mailer box for the very first time, seeing it in person for the very first time, and giving my first reactions, and then opening the darn thing, fiddling with it for the very first time, and giving you my very first impressions. So, here we go. So, wait a second. Before I open up Angella, I realize that this is a Masters of the Universe video and not a Star Wars video, but I am just so jazzed about Star Wars right now. The Episode 7 teaser trailer number 2 was just posted last night. I saw it for the very first time last night, and let's just say I'm in complete Star Wars mode right now, but it's time for Masters of the Universe Classics, so let's get on with this. Alright, as usual, all I've done so far is crack open the box like that to make it easy, or easier. As easy as opening something on camera can be. Sometimes it's not that easy, as any of you who have tried to do anything in front of the camera probably realizes. Wow, a lot of color I'm seeing already. Holy crap. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Jeez. Wow. Wow. Whew. Really nice. It's amazing how seeing something in person just really, if you weren't wowed by looking at images online, when you get to see it in person, yeah, she's beautiful. She's very striking. Yeah, I love the, okay, anyway, let's get on with this. We're gonna start. Let's take a look at the, you know what? I'm gonna admit something. I'm really not a fan of the vintage Princess of Power line. Especially after reading Roger Sweet's book and reading a bunch of other things online, I'm realizing how great Princess of Power could have been if Mattel's Girls' Toys division could have just left well enough alone and let the boys' toys design department at Mattel handle the Princess of Power line. It would have been just so much better, I feel. But anyway. Alright. Yeah, this artwork, from the vintage Princess of Power toy line, it just really reminds me of that. And I'm kind of... Anyway, let's get on with this. So... Opening on camera, make sure it's somewhat in frame. If you haven't seen my Hantara video, I'll explain that it's very tough to kind of open this on camera because my arms are stretched out very far. The camera, especially the tripod, really gets in the way. And I've got the handle portion of the tripod kind of just almost right up against my throat. It's not too comfortable. So anyway, I'm expecting this figure to be, I realize I shouldn't go into it with high expectations like that, but I really think the wings on this figure are, especially when you splay the wings out, it's probably going to be really, it's really going to stand up. It's really going to stand out on your stand out in your display as something so different. All right, good. All right, that done. So let's pull this out. All right, back in there. Alright, I love how the static electricity just holds things in place like that. Alright. Oh, jeez. Yeah. She's just really, really nice. I really love the sword, too. Oh, boy. Okay, let's get her free. This is what I do with the elastic bands. It's very easy, very quick. There, you can see some right there. All right, that done. Okay. Wow, that is really cool. Oh boy. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a problem somewhat getting her out of the tray like this. Yeah, I really don't want to damage anything or bend anything, so I'm going to conduct some surgery on this bubble. I'm going to cut this bubble right apart, man. Okay, let's do this. You know, as usual, that you really don't want to nick anything. Alright, I think I could probably rip from here on in. Just one. There we go. Thank you. Make sure the halo... Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now we're cooking. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah. Very impressive. Very impressive. Funny how, yeah, how do you guys all feel about that, the whole weird logic of, for the longest time, Mattel refused to, or they had said that it was impossible for them to use DC Classics figures in Masters of the Universe Classics figures, and now they've kind of chucked that rule right outside the window. It's... I know it was, they had said that it was legal reasons and whatnot, but I find Mattel, they lack credibility sometimes. I think that's the big thing with me, as I want to believe them so much, so many times. I really want to believe what they say, but it's just that they lack credibility to me. But anyway, she's a little bit back heavy, but if you lean her a little bit forward, I'm sure I'm going to come up with, you know, this is just first impressions, so I'm not going to be doing a real dynamite action pose here, unless I try it out and it happens to work relatively easy. I've read about how people say that she's quite a great deal shorter than other female figures in the line, and I don't know if it's the power of suggestion, but just having her open here and looking at her, I'm kind of seeing that, yeah, I could see that already. I don't know if it's just my imagination, or like I said, power of suggestion. Once you read something, you just it kind of sways your opinion, makes you feel a certain way. But I can kind of tell she does look a little bit shorter, but I'm all for that. You know, I'm all for that. Look at this. She stands pretty well right away. I could tell that, yeah, once I spend a little bit of time with her and get to posing her, I could come up with some really nice poses for her. Wow, the wings work incredibly nice. Oh, they look incredibly nice. Wow. I think I like her appearance even more with the wings at rest like that. One other thing I wanted to mention, I just love this. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself. Earlier I said that I really don't care for the vintage Princess of Power line, and that's true, but I don't know why, but I really like this. I still really, despite my dislike of the vintage Princess of Power line, I still really like this nod with the plunger, as it used to be, halo attached there. I know it's removable, but that's where it's going to stay for me. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it on. I just really like it. Okay, last but not least. How is she going to stand? Is she going to fall over? Doesn't look like it. She's very stable. The wings are very heavy, but despite the wings being heavy, it kind of the weight is distributed well. That's what I want to say. Let's get the sword out of here. I'm gonna do this off camera. A little easier. There we go. Oh boy. Oh man. Do I love this sword. Wow, it's very nice. Very, very nice. It's got a little bit of paint scuffing on it, unfortunately. And it's a little bit warped, just a slight bit warped. So I'll just do the hair dryer to warm it up. Then you bend it to the right spot, dip it in ice cold water, and dry it off, and it'll be as good as new. So that's it. Well, that's my first impressions video of Angella. So, take care of yourselves, guys. Yeah, I think my reactions kind of spoke for it. I guess if it wasn't clear enough, I'm really impressed with her. Not as impressed as I was with Huntara. I really like Huntara a lot. But I'm very impressed with Angella too. For what she is, you know, for what she is, she's not a character that I have any personal attachment to or anything like that, but I'm very, very happy with having her in my collection. I wouldn't want to be without her. So anyway, that's it. So hope y'all enjoyed, everybody, and I'll talk to you again next time. And take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again in the very near future. That's what I needed to say. Alright, okay, bye for now.